What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 2026 Toyota Rav4. This one is an XSE hybrid, finish off in Windchill Pearl. So let's get right into their newest crossover, see what it has to offer. Taking a look at some of the specs for the all-new 2026 Toyota Rav4. So this one has the standard hybrid engine. Net horsepower for all-wheel drive is going to be 236 horsepower. And then overall torque for the engine is 163. So this has an eCVT transmission, and then you're going to be expecting 44 miles per gallon in the city with 38 mpg out on the highway. Overall curb weight is around 3,800 pounds. It can actually run on 87 octane fuel, has a 14.5 gallon fuel tank, and then it can even tow about 3,500 pounds. The angle of approach is going to be about 19 degrees. We have overall length of 181 inches. Wheelbase is going to be 105.9, and then the departure angle is about 20 degrees. Width is 73 inches, and then height is 66.5, with ground clearance around 8 inches. Moving on to the exterior styling with the all-new 2026 Toyota Rav4. I especially love it in the pearl white color with all the black accents. It's got that Stormtrooper vibe, which looks really cool. This is going to have a set of LED headlights with the daytime running lights. You have that hammerhead-shaped grille, chrome logo for the Toyota badge, and then just a black trim piece cutting from one headlight to the other. The center grille has this really cool design with that cool body color style, and then there's some dark silver trim pieces. We have a forward-facing camera, parking sensors as well, gloss black trim, and then a nice LED strip down below. You're going to get a gloss black lower front bumper with more cutouts to allow airflow. But it's a cool looking crossover. It really has a bold style. I love just how squared off it is, and just looks really cool, especially in white. The hood has some sharp body lines cutting towards the windshield. And then around this front fender, you can see more of the piano black. I like how it's all dialed in nicely to connect like that with a really cool look. You also have a 20-inch gloss black wheel. So really nicely appointed with gloss black everywhere. You can also see the lower rocker panel finished in the gloss black. Really sharp body line cutting through the lower portion of these doors. And then we have gloss black mirror caps with a camera and turn signal. We have body colored on the door handles, and then all black trim for the windows, as well as a blacked out roof. This one's going to get a full panoramic sunroof up above, shark fin antenna, as well as your roof rails. And then for the side profile, has a really nice look to it, nice and bold with all the sharp body lines. Just looks super cool, especially in this color combo. I also like how the fender arches aren't perfectly round. They're kind of squared off a little bit, which adds a nice flair to it. Then you can see more sharp lines throughout the bottom, and then gloss black on the rear bumper with silver as well. We have all your parking sensors, blacked out badging, hybrid all-wheel drive, chrome Rav4 with a small Toyota badge. And you can see the integrated spoiler, the LED taillights. It really comes together nicely. Taking a look at the key fob, we have lock, unlock, trunk release, and Toyota. It says Rav4 on the backside. I can go ahead and lock the car. All I gotta do is walk up to it, grab the handle, it unlocks, and we can check out this interior. XSE is gonna get a really nice Softex interior with some micro suede accents and blue stitching. For the door panel, it's all soft touch. You have the softer touch material up above. Nice gray padded armrest as well as the insert. There's memory seating, all the window and mirror controls, big grab handle, storage cubby inside of that, more storage down below. You got Rav4 written out on the aluminum door sill, and then all of the power controls for the seat. You can see the smooth black with the blue stitching, and then I really like this gray perforated microfiber. It looks really cool. You can see that making its way up the backrest with more of the blue accents, massive panoramic sunroof shade, and then a 3-spoke steering wheel finished in black leather. And then now inside the 2026 Toyota Rav4 XSE, keep my foot on the brake, and go ahead and fire it up. The engine may or may not start up, being the standard hybrid. Then you have your Toyota badge right in the center, and then controls for the screen right here, along with some Bluetooth and audio, and then we have all the cruise control settings over on the right side. On the right side, you're going to get the stock for windshield wipers, and then stock on the left side for headlights. Taking a look at the gauge cluster now, we have a really nice layout with a lot of good information. You can also just scroll left and right and get several different depictions. So a lot of your basic information is going to pop up, messages, and then continuing over, we have the full screen nav, and then a few more. Down below, we have the interior lighting, trunk release, more of the soft touch and one of your air vents, and then a nice durable feeling kind of plastic material up above with a very flat dashboard. So it looks pretty cool. You have your air vent as well, extra storage over on this right side, and then more of this soft touch padding all throughout the center. Now the new multimedia screen looks really good. We have this home screen with your navigation, weather can pop up, drive modes you can also configure that are going to pop up on the screen. Has a nice design with all the different colors, and then you can see more information. It's all configurable. We have navigation that's going to pop up with a full screen, audio, phone, and then settings throughout the car. So it looks really good. We have the drive recorder as well that integrates the cameras built into this car. So really cool the way it's laid out. And then we have all the climate controls, which are going to be in the screen. Now, I'm not a big fan of that. However, Toyota's done it pretty good. You have your fan speed icon right here, so it's easy to tap. Different zones pop up, heated and ventilated seats, very easy to gain access to all that. Temperature, you can tap that and scroll, or even tap the icons, or even just tap the physical buttons right here. So I feel like it's laid out really well. I honestly don't mind it at all. Looks good, simple. And then you also have defrost and volume right in the center. We have your hazards, air vents, a wireless phone charging pad with extra storage. There's more storage all under here. And then we have 2 different USB ports, shortcut for the camera system as well. You get a nice depiction, and then you're also going to see downhill assist and traction control. On each of these 2, we have different drive modes. We have our normal icon. We have a snow and trail. It's going to give you a pretty cool display as well, which is a cool touch to see. And then over here we have our normal drive mode icon, just like what you saw on the touchscreen. Now, for being the standard hybrid, we do have an EV mode for slow speed driving if the battery's charged up enough. So that's good for every now and then. Plug-in hybrids will give you full electric driving capabilities, even at highway speeds and under full throttle. Then down below, we're going to get your cup holders with storage. XSE has this nice out-of-the-way shifter design. So if I do that, you can go into reverse, of course forward, all the cameras switch. So really nice. You're going to see the standard one on the GR as well as the Woodlands. And then we have this nice padded armrest. You can open it 2 different ways. So there's a ton of hidden storage space. And if you flip it around, we can actually use it like this. And we now have a nice storage area. So pretty cool. Plenty of space down below as well. And then we have a large glove box on the right side. One last look at the interior with the all-new Toyota Rav4. It's laid out actually very nice. You have good materials. It's a pretty sweet interior with good tech, nice materials, and just a really cool layout. Seats look super cool, especially for this trim. Another look at the sunroof. There's a sunglass holder up here as well. So for smaller shades or something little. And then you're going to get the glass controls and then a simple mirror with the garage door buttons underneath. Moving on to the rear seat space in the new Rav4, we can grab the handle, pop it open. Door panel is finished off just like we see up front with that more softer touch plastic up here, and then this padded armrest and door insert. You have the same storage area with the grab handle. The blue stitching finds its way in the back, and then we have that nice micro sway with the perforations. So really cool looking back seat. I like that. A little sporty touch for this trim. We can also pull this down for an armrest as well as cup holders, and there's even a recline lever up here. So you can see the differences between all the way back as well as up a little bit. Down below, we're going to get some USB ports, air vents, and then storage behind these seats. And then we can also grab this, fold it nice and flat for extra cargo space and easy access into the back. So hopping into the back seat with the all-new Rav4, this is a pretty roomy back seat. Both angles of recline are actually really comfortable at 5'11". Plenty of headroom, even with the panoramic sunroof. Of course, with it open, you have all the light let in. The windows are huge back here, so you have a lot of light. It feels very open, very airy. With the driver's seat at my height, good legroom, footroom, plenty of amenities. Honestly, no big deal for adults. Car seats shouldn't fit too bad in here either. So really well done for the back seat. Taking a look at the cargo space now, you can just press the button underneath the Toyota badge, automatically pop open the power liftgate. And then for this model, with the seats in the up position, cargo volume is around 37.8 cubic feet. And then when you fold everything nice and flat, we're looking at closer to 70 cubic feet. So we got a nice bit of space in here. Under the floor, there's even a spare tire. You're gonna get storage over on this side, and the cargo cover you can easily get out of the way as well. You can grab this if you want a little bit extra space, and they're gonna fold nice and flat, making this super useful. All right, so setting off now in the all-new Rav4. So the standard hybrid, you can drive in an EV mode like I am right now. First, low-speed driving, just kind of creeping here and there out of your driveway, parking lots. Giving it a little bit more gas, it deactivates, and is just a typical hybrid. So the EV system basically is going to give you better coasting, better MPG, a little bit help of get up and go. So it's a nice blend. So just going into normal mode, just driving like a typical crossover, which your average buyer is going to be doing. Honestly, it drives really good. You have a good view out. The windshield mirrors all do a great job. Over your left and right shoulder, nothing all too crazy. It's really open and very nice. Ride quality is really good. It's comfortable over the bumps. XSE is a little bit sporty, so of course an XLE or a Limited will be a little bit more, I guess, plush driving. So this is more on the sport side below the GR Sport, of course. but it drives really good, and you can get this in a plug-in hybrid to better match the power in the GR version. But seats are comfortable, there's a lot of room in here, and the build quality, like I said, feels really good. There's nothing rattling around or squeaking. Everything is put together very solid. Screen is easy to use while driving. I don't mind that at all. Adjusting climate control is super easy. So it's pretty nice. The overall drive modes, they don't do that much comparing it to the plug-in, but you know, in sport mode, a little bit more peppy. Eco mode, definitely a little bit more conservative. So that one nowhere near as the same kind of throttle. But it seems really nice to drive. It's comfortable, it's smooth. The eCVT transmission delivers the power pretty well. And it's just an easy car to maneuver. Turning circle is pretty sharp too. Steering feels nice. Really no complaints from a driver's perspective. It feels just like a nice normal crossover. I think a lot of buyers would enjoy what it has to offer. The tech's easy, like I said. Just a really good blend of everything. And as far as the power, it's easily going to be getting up to speed on the highway. You're not really going to have any issues there. And then even when you tackle some bumps or dirt that's in the road or something, you know, it's a pretty confident to drive car. So I'm enjoying just cruising in this, racking up miles. You have about a 500 mile range roughly for this one, over 600 on a plug-in. So it's a pretty well-rounded car that's very economical to drive too. All right, so my honest thoughts now with the new Rav4. So this has been a fun day out here in Arizona with Toyota, driving all of them, basically seeing what every single trim level and everything has to offer. Personally, I do like the plug-in hybrid better, given you have a 50-mile range of EV driving, and it lets you do full speed. You can do pedal to the floor, highway driving in full electric mode, and that is a really cool touch. Now, the normal hybrid like we're in today, it's a little bit more your typical hybrid as expected. So the EV mode, you're really not gonna do that much. That's more for just driving slow speed, like in your driveway, stuff like that, but it automatically kind of defaults that anyway. So you're just gonna basically leave this car in the normal mode, but I like how it is overall a comfortable car. It's easy to drive, it's pleasant to spend time in. You know, I feel like you can drive this long distances and you're not gonna get fatigued. So I think they've done a good job making this just a very well-rounded crossover. The Rav4, I believe, is the #1 selling SUV in the USA. So this is a big deal when Toyota, especially now, has redone the entire vehicle. They are taking the most popular car and swapping it into something completely different. But this new platform, while it is all hybrid, there's all electric assist, honestly, it seems like a really good blend. Now the plug-in, of course, gives you a little bit more power, which is a nice touch to have, and of course the EV capabilities. But even in this car, you know, you have plenty of power to get up to speed with no real issues. I also like how it is pretty simple to use the technology while driving. It doesn't really hinder you from being able to easily see everything. So can't really complain with this car. It seems to just kind of have everything you would want in a crossover, and nothing really to hate about it. There's plenty of trim levels, things like that, to where you can buy one that fits your needs. Lots of cool colors. This one's got the Stormtrooper vibe. Definitely can't complain. But there is a full look at the all-new 2026 Toyota Rav4. I think they've done a pretty cool job on this car just to ramp it up, make it modern, the new tech, all new for this car. You know, really not a bad option to go with. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for plenty more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.